If your beauty school curriculum looks exactly like every other school in your market, you have a problem. But here's the part most new beauty school owners don't realize. Trying to make your curriculum different without understanding your state's requirements can create an even bigger problem. You can have the most creative program in your market, but if your curriculum doesn't meet state board requirements, none of that matters. So, how do you build a curriculum that's both compliant and competitive? That's exactly what we're going to break down today. I'm going to show you the three-part framework I use to think about a beauty school curriculum, from your required clock hours and weekly schedule to your digital learning system, and finally, the signature program that can make students choose your school over the competition. Building a beauty school requires navigating a strict legal landscape. If you build a curriculum focusing strictly on state minimums, your program will look identical to every competitor. However, if you focus entirely on creative electives without a strict structure, you risk failing state board audits. We are going to solve that by building a complete three-part framework. By the end of this module, you will have a legally compliant weekly schedule, a ready-to-use digital textbook system, and a premium signature course. Before we map your program, you must complete one prerequisite. You need to verify your specific state board's mandated total clock hours for your target cosmetology or specialty program. Keep that number in front of you. You do not need to write a curriculum from scratch to build a professional academy. We are going to assemble proven industry-standard systems that meet state requirements while providing a competitive edge in your local market. State-mandated clock hours must form a specialized weekly schedule of 3 categories. Allocate 10 to 15 morning hours for classroom theory. Dedicate 20 to 25 afternoon hours for practical clinics. Finally, carve out 2 to 4 hours for mock boards simulating state exams. As your students progress through this weekly calendar, you must guide them along a clear timeline. Freshman students start out mastering skills on mannequins during clinic hours, and after passing their baseline rubrics, they transition to performance services on live public clients. Avoid randomizing your daily hours. State board auditors look for structural consistency. If an auditor sees theory and clinic hours mixed together without a clear plan, your application will be flagged for noncompliance. Applying this deliberate sequence transforms a massive requirement of raw hours into a structured academic journey. This level of formatting is what facilitates a successful board audit. Now that we have your weekly schedule locked in, we need to populate it with material. Attempting to write your own textbooks and study guides from scratch creates a massive compliance bottleneck and consumes resources that are better spent on operations. Instead, partner directly with a major textbook publisher, like Milady or Pivot Point. Using their certified frameworks as your core methodology ensures your teaching aligns with recognized industry standards. Here, we see a clear example of a digital student gradebook interface. When you contact your publisher's sales representative, you unlock access to this curriculum software, complete with online portals and testing platforms. When evaluating these portals, prioritize one specific technical feature. The platform must allow you to generate and export downloadable progress transcripts for every student enrolled. This is a legal requirement in most jurisdictions. During your initial licensing application, state board auditors mandate documentation of your lesson plans and digital tracking methods to prove you can accurately record student progression. By leveraging a certified third-party digital learning framework, you bypass years of development time and satisfy the state's requirements for educational tracking. While certified textbooks provide the technical framework necessary for state examinations, relying on standard materials alone makes it difficult to distinguish your school from local competitors. To stand out, you need to design a custom signature program module and integrate it directly into your core cosmetology tuition. This involves embedding advanced technical skills into your syllabus. Depending on your market, you might add intensive modules on lash extensions, microblading, or specialized texture styling, skills that go beyond basic licensing requirements. The signature program should also cover modern salon business strategies, teach students to manage salon operations, execute social media branding, and implement client retention tactics. Look closely at your local competitors. Identify the specific high-demand skills they are failing to teach, and build your specialized modules to fill that gap in the market. This comparison matrix illustrates the value. A standard curriculum focuses on basic licensing skills. A signature program layers advanced techniques and business operations directly on top of that foundation. Implementing a signature program allows your school to offer training that standard licensing programs often skip. This distinction creates a clear value proposition for students seeking specialized skills, which helps support your academy's tuition structure. You have now established the structural components of your academy's curriculum. You have a compliant schedule, a digital textbook partner, and a signature program to attract prospective students. Your first action item is to review your newly completed master schedule and signature program outline. Ensure the combined modules strictly align with your state's total hour requirements. Next, schedule a demo with a major publisher's school sales representative to select your digital software. Then begin drafting the marketing plan that highlights your new signature certificate. With a compliant and marketable curriculum framework secured, you are ready to transition from the planning phase to the physical launch of your academy. So now you have the framework. Your beauty school curriculum needs to do 3 things: meet your state requirements, create a structured learning experience, and give students a reason to choose your school. Don't build your curriculum by simply copying another academy, and don't add programs just because they sound exciting. Know your required clock hours, build your compliant foundation, then create your signature program around what your students and your market actually need. Your next step is to review your state's current requirements, finalize your master schedule, evaluate your digital learning system, and begin developing your signature program. And remember, a compliant curriculum gets you ready to operate, but a strategic curriculum helps you stand out. If you're serious about opening a beauty school, don't stop here. Continue through the How to Open a Beauty School series, and make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next chapter. I'll see you in the next lesson.